I forgot how much happens in this book.
So much happens. It's like, it was overwhelming. I had to stop at points because I was getting overwhelmed. And I was having to, like, get stuff straight in my mind.
Yeah.
I was just like, and then, like, the ending, I was like, oh my God, I was like, it does. It changes the entire.
It does. Dynamic.
Yeah. Welcome to Fizz and Fiction.
Welcome.
Woo! Nice to see you all.
Again.
Today we're talking about Crown of Midnight.
Woo!
Throne of Glass, Book 2.
Look how badass she looks.
I know we've talked about the book covers, but she looks so badass.
She does.
I feel like it's a good representation.
She's an assassin.
Yeah. I mean, she's badass in both, like, the 2 books that I've read.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm still not sure about that.
Siri? I wasn't even...
And I don't know if you noticed this, but, like, on the front, she's, like, in her, like, fighting clothes, but on the back, she's always in a dress.
Oh. No,
Yeah.
I didn't.
I think it's, like, that on...
Oh.
Yeah, she's always in a dress on the back side of it, which I think is cool. It's, like, a dual, like, both sides of her.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's surprisingly girly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
which I appreciate.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of books are, like, you either get to be girly or you get to be, like,
a badass
and, like, hate girly things.
Yeah, it's like, I don't want to wear a dress.
Yeah, but she, like, loves dresses and, like, jewelry.
It's like the first thing she did when she got, like, in the first book when she got money, she was like,
I'm gonna go shopping.
I'm gonna go shopping. I'm gonna get me some new shoes, some new dresses. I'm gonna wear them around all the time.
Yes.
But yeah. So book 2, synopsis. She's the Celaena is the champion now. She's killing people at the king's behest, and yeah, it's. I mean, like, I don't want to give too much away.
Yeah,
before, like,
we'll keep it spoiler free for the first couple minutes, and then we'll tell y'all when we.
Yeah, but that's, like, basically the gist of the second one is her being the king's champion, and, like, the evil that they talk about in the first book so vaguely becomes real.
Yeah.
And, like, comes to light.
Yeah.
Like, you don't get like every question answered, but you get some questions answered.
Yeah.
And some twists.
Yeah.
And it's very good. I would give it.
Yeah, let's rank it.
Yeah,
rate it.
I would still give it a 5. But I would say I like it better than the first one.
Yeah, I think I would agree.
So much happens. It's just
things, like, start getting real.
Yeah.
Like,
fast.
Like, Throne of Glass is just, like, playtime.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
and
almost,
this becomes the story.
It's almost like when people talk about, like, the Harry Potter books, like 1 through 3, you're just like, la-di-da.
We're in school.
Yeah. And then, like, 4, it's like people start dying.
You want to play a game to death.
Game is death.
Yes.
And nobody wins.
No.
Yeah, that's what that is. That's what
fair.
I feel like.
That's fair.
But yeah, I would say it's better than book 1, and I give it.
Which is what you want. You want it to slowly get better and better.
Yeah. For those joining for the first time, I'm reading Throne of Glass for the first time. Kristen's read them all, so she knows everything.
I know everything.
And I am ignorant to so many things. But I do find out some things in this book.
You do.
Yeah. So if you haven't read it by now, come back later and follow along. But if you have read it, let's get into it.
Yes. So spoilers are starting now. You're not safe any longer.
You are no longer in a safe space.
We are excited she just finished this book
yesterday.
So it's very fresh on her mind.
It's fresh. Hella fresh.
And I haven't read it in, like, 5 years, so.
It's hella fresh. And I got a lot of notes. Okay. First of all, she's faking these deaths. I'm like, girl.
Because she's nice.
I get it. But, like, you're an assassin. Just like.
She is an assassin, but she isn't, like, being told who to kill.
Yeah. I'm like, this is not going to end well.
I mean.
It's just, she
makes a lot of choices.
She's walking a fine line.
Yeah.
And also, like, how stupid is this king to not realize that she's bringing him not the right... But I guess they're, like, decomposed. She's like, they decompose by the time she brings them the head.
Oh, yeah. For, like, proof.
Yeah, because she, like, gets them from, like, the morgue or whatever.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that detail.
Yeah. She's just, like, getting them from, like, sick houses.
Yeah.
Of, like, dead people.
She's an assassin with a heart of gold.
Yeah. Let's see. Kaltain. Oh, actually, I wrote it as Catelyn. Catelyn.
Well, that's like Catelyn Stark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kaltain is cray. But I want to know what they're... Now I think that... I think the first book, I was like, she's a druggie.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, I think they're drugging her. I'm like... what are they drugging her for?
Yeah.
I'm like, she's a big question mark.
She's a big question mark.
Because it's like, she's just like down there rotting in the dungeon. I'm like, why not just kill her? Like, what? So I'm like, something's happening with her.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
She's not...
She's not gone yet. She does end up leaving in this book.
Okay.
At the very end.
Okay.
Celaena goes like down in the dungeon.
And she's not there.
And that's when they go to Morath.
Okay, Morath,
with Tarrington.
Yep,
fucking dude. Okay. And his stupid fucking ring, which now I know.
Yeah, what do you know?
Is like, because I did, and I will say, I was on this, because I was like, is the king where's this at? I got a lot of notes. I'm like, is the king siphoning power? And that's basically what they are. They're like siphoning the power of the keys.
The keys, the word keys.
Word keys. Yeah. I just don't like I don't like the word. Yeah, it just sounds awkward to say it.
It looks nice written down, but
it does.
It's weird to say out loud.
It looks like more mystical written down.
It does.
And when I say it, I'm just like, word keys.
Word keys.
Like I'm typing something, like some word keys. Yeah, so now I know that he's like got 2 keys, maybe? That's like a whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Do you know how many there are total?
There's 3.
Okay.
Because she gets like the little limerick or whatever.
Yes.
And Mort is just...
Mort.
The stupid door knocker. He is so annoying. I'm just like...
Poor Mort.
He does. He gives off Xaden vibes. You're not asking the right questions.
Yeah.
I'm like... Well, just tell... He knows so much.
He does.
Like, she comes to him like after she makes a revelation. And he's like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like...
You got it right. Good job.
It's like in the first book when she's like, there's evil amok.
I know.
And I'm like, just tell her what the evil is so she can go and fight it.
Yeah.
But she's got to get there in her own way. So let's see. Wait, how many books are there?
There's 6 and the novella, so 7.
Okay. Because I said there's a lot more books. There's no way that Chaol is in game. That was me at the beginning of this book. And then went to shit.
You gave them... Okay, tell them about your moment you gave them. You gave them a moment.
Oh, I did. I have a problem with stopping in reading. Mm-hmm. And I did it after his birthday when they like had sex and they were just like all lovey-dovey.
It was a happy moment.
It was. And I knew that it wasn't going to last. I just felt it.
Yeah.
In my bones.
Yeah.
And I was like...
And boy, does it crumble.
Oh, God. And I was just like... And I closed the book and I was like, I'm going to let them have tonight.
Yes.
And I'm glad that I did, because then it went to shit.
It did.
Because Nehemia dies, and which I hate.
R.I.P. her. I love her.
Oh my gosh, I was actually very surprised, and I was so pissed at the same. Like, I was just so pissed.
Yeah.
Because I literally thought they were gonna like save the world together.
I know.
I thought she was like gonna be there the whole time.
Yeah.
And
she's always with her on the inside.
She just fucking dies.
Yeah. Brutally too, wasn't she?
Brutally.
Yeah, brutally.
And it ended up being like one of the like competition contestants or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She goes and kills him.
Yeah.
There's a lot that happens in this book.
I know. It's
like,
a good book.
Like a ton of stuff happens. Like I'm like looking back at this and I even forgot.
Like she turned up the dial on this book.
Oh, at the beginning of this, I'm like, oh, I like Archer, poor little male prostitute. How wrong was I? I'm like, he fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I did not see that coming. Like him being the reason that Nehemia died.
And he didn't get like... Did Arborin... No. Did he
told him.
Yeah.
The biggest revelation that she's fake.
Oh, I don't know when you know these, like when these things are revealed. That's part of this.
That's in this book.
Okay.
That she's Fae. And I'm like, I think I knew from the first book when that little like creature was like,
yes,
like gave her the present or whatever the hell he gave her, that she was like magical.
Yeah.
Because you can be magical and not be Fae.
Yeah.
Because Dorian's magical. Dorian's magical.
So
much happens in this book. Like, he finds his magic.
Yeah.
Or Nehemia, like, unlocks it in him. Like, he's got a fucking code on him. She's like, da-da-da-da.
Got a code on him.
And he's just like, and then I felt something unlock inside me. And I'm like, that's wild.
Yeah.
yeah, so much happens. But I was not expecting him to be magical. But then
They don't explain anything yet, do they?
No.
Like how he's magical. Okay.
But one of my predictions.
Okay, yeah, please.
Here's a prediction: is that I'm not gonna look at your face when I say it.
I'll look at the camera.
Is that because I was thinking back to that first note on from the first book where it's like, where did the prince's eyes come from? And I'm like, they haven't had magic in Dorian's line for so long. I'm like, is he adopted? I'm just not gonna look at your face when I say that, because that's my prediction, is that he's adopted. That he's adopted. That he is not an actual Halivard.
Okay.
That's a. Yeah, I'm like, holy crap, Dorian does have magic. And how does Nehemia know he has magic? And I know, like, we get a lot of answers about what she's been up to, like, with, like, the movement and stuff. But I'm also like, how does she know all this stuff? Because I'm pretty sure she knew that Celaena was Fae. But I'm like, how the hell did she know? Because at the end of it gave I was like, damn, I want to go back and reread the book, because I feel like there's a lot more weight, like, in that argument, like the last argument they have when she's like calling her a coward and telling her she needs to, like, fight for something. And I'm like, because she knows you're Fae.
I would say what's safe to say is she was there for a reason.
Yeah. Oh, and it was sad that, like, that video I sent you of me getting to that chapter, that was one fucking, like, 2 paragraphs.
Yeah.
Like, that was it. And her being, like, needing to set things in motion. So basically, like, knowing she was gonna die.
Yeah.
Like, that's hard.
It's heartbreaking.
It was. It was. And I was just like, Celaena, I wish you could have gotten there another way.
I know.
It's like the Avengers. It's like they had to kill
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah. No, they had to kill Agent Coulson.
Sorry.
Spoiler alert if you haven't seen Avengers Endgame.
Endgame, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I don't know. I feel like there's going to be importance for. I have, like, Celaena having Patronus dreams. When she's, like, having
Patronus dreams? What?
That was just, like, how I was, like, relating it in my mind. Because she was having dreams of, like, a stag.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, that has meaning.
I don't think her dreams do, but
the stag. Okay. Yeah, Celaena having Patronus dreams.
So what do you know? So you know she's a Fae.
She's a Fae. Like, that's the last...
That's like
the last thing that happens. She opens that portal,
right?
To see Nehemia. The king, who can apparently be ghost-like too, like Elena, comes to Dorian.
Yes.
And he's like, she's in trouble.
Yeah.
And Dorian goes and gets Chaol like a good boy. Well, I'm glad he did that. I'm glad he didn't just go there by himself. And then they go and they find her, and then Archer comes and he fucking ruins everything. Yeah. And then she goes through the portal to a place that has magic, and she's like,
her body, like, changes.
Yeah,
and stuff.
she's able to, like, switch.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's kept that a very good secret.
I know.
I was very because I knew.
Does she have any internal monologue about, like, why?
She was talking to Chaol about how she used to, like, when she was younger. Yeah. She didn't have control over when she was switching. Okay. And then by the time she was, like, at an age where she would, like, learn that's when, like, magic disappeared. Yeah. Time to find out, magic disappeared because the king willed it so, because he's got probably 2 of those keys. And one was just, like, sitting under his nose. But also, I'm very curious how he found out about any of those. Yeah. Like, because... You're like, yeah, that's a
good question.
Like, curious.
It's a good question to ask yourself.
Yeah, like who told him about these things? Yeah. Because why would he just be down in that dungeon and, like, look in that crown and find a word key? Yeah. I don't like that.
Word key. A word key. So you have to, like, make it like a Y somehow. Yeah. You speak it.
Oh, I didn't like that witch. With the teeth.
Oh, the iron teeth?
Yeah. She was creepy.
Is it it's old
Yellowlegs.
Old Yellowlegs. Baba Yellowlegs. Yeah.
What a name.
Baba Yellowlegs.
Sounds like something out of Star Wars.
She somehow, that somehow becomes, it somehow matters. Like, you would think that, like, it's just like a...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they talk about...
Yeah, what do they say about the witches in this book?
It was kind of confusing because, like, they talked a lot in the first book about, and like the second book about like the kingdoms that the king has taken over.
Yeah.
But I feel like they didn't talk a lot about witches, and then all of a sudden there's witches, and I'm like, and I think there's like good witches and bad witches, and I'm just like, it's very confusing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I'm just like,
It's a little gray area.
yeah, I'm like, it's hard for me to, because she's a bad witch. The Iron Teeth people are the bad witches. You're.
I will tell you that you actually get a POV character that's a witch in some of the books.
Okay. Nice. So like the witch says one person can't have magic.
What?
When Dorian, I think, has magic, but she's like, oh, you can't have magic.
Like, you shouldn't be.
Yeah,
you shouldn't have
be
magic.
able. Yeah, shouldn't be able to. But because the king's using magic, his line. Oh wait, then maybe he's not adopted. I just like worked through that in my head. Like if that's the logic behind him having magic, then maybe that's not.
Maybe not.
Maybe because he's part of the line, so he has magic. And then his stupid little brother.
Oh yeah, I forget that he has a little brother.
He like gives me like Joffrey vibes.
Like him and his mom are just kind of like there,
Oh yeah, they're just very much just there.
and they're not super helpful. Yeah.
Oh, and then I get to where Nehemia dies.
Oh, that is like honestly one of the saddest
I was
parts of this whole series. Honestly,
I was
That's one of the
very
hardest
shocked.
parts. Yeah.
And like just how it just like flips a switch in her.
Oh, she goes straight for the jugular.
Oh, and I'm just like, she's never gonna forgive Kale. I was like, bye, Kale, baby.
Bye, Kale, baby.
I was like, bye, Kale, baby. Y'all are over. Oh, and then I had a interesting, because in her like internal monologue, she was talking about Mort. She's like, something like how she wishes that she could like take him with her somewhere. Like, and I'm like, can he live off the door? Or
I don't know.
I'm curious about that. She can't even look at Kale. Then she like kind of starts buddying back up with Dorian, which I didn't like, because I'm just like, you literally just like
Switching back and forth.
yeah, because she was so shitty to Dorian at the beginning of the book,
Yeah.
and just trying to distance herself, which I understand, but like, pick a lane.
That's fair.
Okay, so the king's channeling the power into these rings, and I'm like, what exactly can all this power do? What can it do? Because apparently it can stop magic. And Dorian's just like so afraid he's gonna get caught.
Doing magic?
Yeah.
Because it's technically illegal too, I think, right?
Yeah, he's like, I'll get killed.
Yeah.
He's like, my father will execute me. Was not expecting. God, so much happens in this book. I was not expecting, like, towards the end, or actually, it was before the portal, when they go under, like, in the catacombs, and under the library, where there's, like, that beast that the king apparently just, like, making creatures. It's, like, it's, like, looks human.
Oh.
It like looks human.
Yeah.
And they're like, what is it?
Yeah.
And it looks human, but it's like kind of morphed or whatever. And then it chases them, and Dorian like comes down there and finds her, and they escape. But like when it crosses the threshold a little bit, it looks like it's not in. It looks more human. Not looks more human, but like it looks a little calmer. Like it realizes something. Yeah. So I don't know what's going down there. And then there's like all of those. Like, does every single one of those rooms have a little creature in it? Because in the catacombs, that's my prediction.
Yeah.
Is that there's a creature in every single one of them.
Okay.
And then I'm just like, fucking Archer. I really was not expecting him to be. And he's like, I took that arrow so you trust me. I'm like,
Yeah, I actually forgot about him, honestly.
she kills him.
Yeah.
And I thought she wasn't, because like that scene.
Because you've been like not killing people for a minute.
Yeah, and that scene, That scene where she is gonna let him go, and she's like, "Get out of town," and then he's like, "I knew you were a good woman," and then she just like turns around and she just like stabs him anyway. I really was gonna be pissed if she didn't kill him.
No,
Because I'm like, he needs to die.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like, boy needs to die.
And he did. Did.
And you know,
Killed him.
It didn't. Now that I think about it, this book did not was a long time span either, because he gives her that archer assignment towards the beginning of it. And
Yeah.
she gave him a month.
Yeah.
So it was literally like a span of a month.
That's what. Yeah. I like it. Really, time starts going by faster only because they have to like travel from place to place sometimes.
Yeah.
But really, these like aren't like the whole series like a couple of years, I think.
Yeah. And then we talk about the biggest revelation of all.
What?
At the very end, when she's saying her heartfelt goodbye to Chaol, when my heart's breaking.
Oh,
because she's
he
like,
sends her off to Wendelin.
yeah, and he like tells the king, he's like, I think you should go and have her dispatched. Like, I love how they call it dispatch too. Like,
Dispatch.
just like such a weird word for murder. But
Who's he sending her off to kill?
the king and queen, because he knows that she's Fae, and he's like, she's not safe here.
Chaol knows.
Chaol knows.
And
She
he-
tells Chaol everything.
Right.
And I'm like, girl, you should have been doing this the whole time.
I know.
Like, you can trust him.
Yeah.
And like, I know he has loyalty to the crown or whatever, but like, that just starts to just fucking dwindle.
But what's the premise of him? I know that like why he's doing it, but like what is the disguise of them going? Like what is?
So he finds out she's Fae.
Yes.
Well, he sees her become Fae.
Yes.
Because he goes through that portal. Because he jumps through the portal for her dog. Who would want to marry this man? He literally jumps through a portal to God knows what, like chasing this creature to get her dog.
Fleetfoot's a great dog.
I know. She's like crying for Fleetfoot, and he's like, I'm gonna go get that dog. 'Cause I still love her.
He's just too good. Maybe that's what bothers me.
Whatever.
There's something wrong with me.
Yeah, there's something wrong. No, so he finds out she sees her become Fae. She tells him everything.
Okay.
Well, she doesn't tell him everything. And he goes to the king, and he tells the king that he needs to just like have her go to Wendelin, kill the king and queen there, because that is part like he hasn't conquered that country yet. Kingdom.
Okay.
And he's like, it'll make it, if the king and queen are gone, it'll make it easier for you to invade and like steal their naval forces and like basically go ahead and get them under your like rule as well. But he's doing it because
he wants her to be safe.
He wants her to be safe because I guess they're still fake. That's where fake people are from is Wendelin. I don't know if I'm saying that right. So he's, because he loves her. He's like, you're not safe here. Because like if anybody finds out, you're dead.
Yeah.
Like, point blank. Like, so, and then he tells his father, like, if you support me, I'll go back.
Oh, I hate his dad so much.
He's like, I'll go back home with you. And I'm like, no, Chaol, don't.
Yeah.
Don't do
his
it.
dad's a POS.
Oh, yeah. But his dad's like, chick.
Yeah.
Like, you got my support.
Yeah.
And so the king's like, great plan. Like, I don't know why I didn't think of it. And so he calls her in. And Dorian's just livid because he's like, why would you send her away? But Dorian doesn't know she's Fae because he got knocked out. So he knows that like she's magical, but he does not know she's Fae.
Yes.
And so she gets her assignment, and well, she wanted to leave anyway. But so I'm like, you should be thanking Chaol. And then they go to the dock, and she's like. She tells him, she whispers some words to him, and doesn't fucking say the words, but it was a date. And he goes back and he like looks at the lineage, and then you find out that she is the queen of.
Okay,
Aelin. She's Aelin.
Okay, I didn't know when you find these things out.
You find out,
that's huge.
You find out at the very end of this book, and he's like, "Oh my god, I just sent the queen, the lost queen
of Terrasen, yeah,
to her people."
Yeah.
But I also
they're not her.
They're not her people.
Yeah.
But
they're she's
descended from them.
Yes.
Yes.
They're fae over there, and there were fae
in
Terracin.
Like, they
yes.
came over.
And they, yeah. But that over there is still, like, has magic and is fine.
Yeah. Because the king doesn't rule over there yet.
Yeah, right.
And she was like...
it's such a big moment. When you find that out, it, like, changes the entire thing.
Oh, I know. That's when I was like, I need to go fuck back and reread this book.
Yeah.
Because they talk about Aelin in... Am I saying that right?
I say Aelin, yeah.
In book 1 and book 2.
Yeah, she's she's...
But not a lot. Like,
No.
they don't, like, talk
She's
about...
a passing moment.
Yeah, they're like, oh... Because the king... It's like, Archer's talking about... or somebody's talking about, like, that being a potential... like, rebel movement is under Aelin. Like, maybe they're conspiring with Aelin because, like, maybe she's not dead.
Yeah. They never found her body, I don't think.
Yeah. And I literally didn't give it a whole thought at all.
Because there's like 10 different little kingdoms in here. Like,
yeah. And there's, like, all kinds of, like, different little factions of rebel groups.
Like
what are you going to say?
Isle.
Oh, yeah. Like, Nehemia's people.
Yeah.
And, like, Archer's group. And,
yes,
in the capital. And so there's so many. And so I was like... I was like, oh, my God. I can't believe that was her. I was shocked. I was just like, what the hell?
I know.
And then Chaol, I think, I couldn't tell, like, what his reaction was. He's just like, it just says he just, like, sinks to his knees. Because I can't tell, like, if he's, like, happy about it.
Yeah.
Or if he's, like, not happy about it. Just another lie she told him.
I think that, like, I feel like he feels like he can't protect her now, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I feel like it's almost like, I'll never get her back now kind of thing.
Oh, yeah. He's like, I just sent her to her people.
Yeah.
Or her, like, who she's descended from. Yeah. I was just like...
That's a huge moment.
I was like, holy crap.
Yes.
I was like, and it gave me... It gave me such, like, Lord of the Ring vibes, where it's like, Aragon's, like, the Lost King.
Oh, yeah.
Or whatever. Who's just... Because then it, like, other stuff just started making sense, because I'm like, Nehemia had to know that. Mm-hmm. I'm like, how did she know that? Mm-hmm. And then, like, Elena, like, the ghost, I'm like, she knew that.
Yeah.
And because she makes a comment, like, you need to start running from your past.
Yeah.
So, like, Celaena's just like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
She's like, I didn't ask for this.
Yeah.
And now...
I just want to be an assassin.
Yeah. She's like, I'm fine with just being an assassin.
Yeah.
And then she's like, tells Chaol, she's like, I would have chosen you. I'm like, fuck. Yeah, it was hard.
It's like, I forgot how much happens in this book.
So much happens. It's like... It was overwhelming. I had to stop at points because I was getting overwhelmed. And I was having to, like, get stuff straight in my mind.
Yeah.
I was just like, and then, like, the ending, I was like, oh my God, I was like, it changes the entire...
It does. Dynamic.
Yeah. It changes the whole perspective of the first 2 books.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, she's
not just, like, an assassin.
No. Like, she's a queen. And she knows it. And she's just like...
I'm good.
And,
like, she somehow has been dragged into, like, a castle where another king, the king that, like, overthrew her.
Yeah. It's just, and it like, not that I didn't understand her, like, disdain for
the king,
but now it's like adds to it.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, this fucking guy.
Yeah.
And then I think at the end of it, you get, like, because I don't remember one from the first book, but at the end of it, you get, like, the first POV from the king.
Oh.
Where he's like, where Chaol's telling him his plan.
Yeah.
And he accepts it, and then he's thinking to himself, like, oh, this will be, like, a good opportunity for me to, like, use the creatures. He literally says, like, something like, use the creatures he's been making. I'm like, bro. And then you still don't know where you found the second key. And then... who the hell knows what the third one is?
Yeah.
But you don't even know, like, which of the other key he has, so, like, you don't know which one is the missing.
Yeah.
Now the missing one.
Yeah.
A lot happens.
And then we see her just sent off to Wendlin.
Yeah, she's fucking on the boat.
Say bye.
Couldn't even take her dog because he's hurt.
Oh,
I know. And I'm like, I hope we see him again. Do we see him again?
I hope so. All right, so now we actually have you, like, you don't know what's happening next. You've not even opened the third book yet.
No.
What are your predictions?
Like, I haven't even read the dust jacket of the third book.
What are your predictions for Aelin?
Okay. Oh, yeah, do they start
Celaena.
calling her Aelin?
I think they mix. I think book 3, they start to, like, do a little bit of both. But by the second half of the series, they're mostly calling her Aelin.
Oh, that's weird.
I know. That's why I had to, like, remind myself to call her Celaena in front of you.
Oh.
Like,
good job.
Thank you. Because
Like,
any other
kudos.
time, like, if I'm, like, if you're actually just talking about, like, she's Aelin, like, for the most part now.
Yeah.
In, like, my mind.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kudos to you. Because
that would have ruined that surprise for you. And
It
that was a good surprise.
It was a good surprise. It was a very shocking surprise.
Yes.
Okay, predictions.
Yes.
So I think she's gonna get over there.
Okay.
And
What do you think's waiting for her over there?
I mean, the king and queen are gonna be there, but I'm like, are they gonna trust she is who she? Because I assume she's just gonna flat out tell them, like, this is who I am. I think that's what she's gonna do. I hope that's what she does. I hope she doesn't go over there and just try to, like be undercover. Because I'm like, just tell them who you are. Let's get this shit done quicker.
Yeah.
Just tell them who you are. But then I think if she tells them who she is, I'm like, I'd be a little skeptical, like
your Princess Anastasia
yeah.
kind of thing.
Oh wait, but if there's magic there, then she can flip.
She can.
Yeah, but she can't control when she flips.
No.
So she's probably gonna have some, like, control issues. She's probably gonna get some in like a.
Think maybe they'll train her? Like, help her out?
Yeah, yeah. Because they'll stay there.
Yeah.
Yeah. She'll probably find a Fae boyfriend. I already know she's gonna find a Fae boyfriend. It's gonna be very like Feyre, like vibes.
Well, yeah, you made it through the first 2 books, and you know what Sarah J Maas likes to do with her love interest.
That's true. That's true. Throw them out.
Kick him to the curb.
Yeah, kick them to the curb. Throw them out to pasture.
Yeah. Retire them.
Yeah. So I assume we're gonna meet a new Fae boyfriend. Yeah, they'll probably train her after, but I'm like, hopefully she's like, this is who I am. And then I hope that she starts looking for that third key. But I also, I don't know how.
Do you know why they want the keys yet?
Because it opens the portal. It opens a word gate. Word gate.
Yes, word gate.
It does. It looks so much better written than said.
But do you know why, why they trying to open the word gate?
Well, in the second book, they just talk about how, like, what they can do for it with it. Like, the king can open it and, like, bring in things that can, like, do his bidding, but they don't get into specifics.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, they're not like, he's looking for this.
Yeah.
It's just, like, he has the ability to do this.
Okay.
But she doesn't necessarily know, like, what exactly he's trying to bring in.
Okay, I think you'll learn a lot more about that in the next book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I hope we still get some POV from back in the capital, like where, like the glass castle.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I want to know what those guys are doing too.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to forget about you.
No.
See if Dorian, like, masters his magic. I'm like, he's got to find a teacher, right? But I'm like, who the hell is going to teach him?
Yeah.
He's self-taught.
Maybe his ghost friend.
Oh, yeah. But he was human, right? The king?
Yes.
She was magical.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
And he was human. Maybe maybe she'll give him some specifics. Maybe she won't be as vague with him as she was with Celaena or Aelin, whoever she is. I'm gonna have like imposter syndrome with her or whatever.
Talking about her, yeah.
But yeah, so I think she's gonna go there. I think it'll be good, and I think it's gonna shift.
Okay.
To more like war strategy.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, I feel like they've just been building.
You think she's going to be ready to be that queen and, like, build an army and, like, go get her land back?
Well, I think, like, at first she's going to be like, I want to do this.
Yeah. It's a lot to do.
Yeah. Or, like, she's just like, somebody else can do this and I'll help.
Yeah.
Or, like, you can have it after. But, like, I hope it doesn't take her long to, like, you know, really start to put things in gear. But yeah, that's what I think is going to happen next book. Is I think it'll be good for her to be there.
Yeah. Oh, it'll be great for her. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, just write Chaol. Can you? But I also don't know.
Dear Chaol,
miss you. Sorry I didn't tell you that I was a queen. I am curious as I don't know how she's gonna like put off the king.
Like
from killing, like if she doesn't kill,
because she won't kill. Yeah.
Because that was her whole thing. She's like, you're making me go, but if I fail this thing, he's gonna kill you.
Yeah,
kill Chaol. So I'm like, I don't know how she's. I mean, she can't like. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be hard to fake that kind of death, but then if she fakes the death, then he's gonna like come in guns blazing.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so I'm curious how this is gonna play out. A lot of. It's just a lot. Yeah, I had to take multiple breaks during this book, and I have a feeling I'm gonna have to do that with the other ones too.
I actually read the last like couple chapters in Heir of Fire before you got here, so I remind myself, and like it's good. Yeah.
How many pages is it?
God,
it's thick. Oh, it's not as bad as what I was thinking. 557.
Yeah, the first couple are usually fine.
Yeah, or no, 562 actually. This is my next Everest. It's the third book.
You're gonna love it.
I think it's gonna tear me apart.
Yeah, but you're gonna love it. You're gonna enjoy being torn apart and built back together.
I saw like a reel on Instagram or TikTok or something where it was talking about like Sarah J Maas books, and it was like the clip from Harry Potter when Ron's doing like the tea leaves. He's like, so you're gonna be miserable but you're gonna be happy about it. Like, that's what I feel.
Yeah,
that's what I feel reading this.
Yes.
It's like, I'm gonna be miserable, but
I'm gonna be happy about it.
Happy about it. But I'm excited for Aelin / Celaena. I mean, I just wasn't expecting that.
I know.
I'm just
changing the game.
It is. It changes the whole game, and I'm just like, what's?
She's somebody.
Yeah, she's not just. You said somebody, and it made me think of this. It was also in the King's POV at the end where, and I think it has importance. About her, the thing that got burned on her, and he was like, I recognized it, but I couldn't remember if it was meant nameless or nobody or something. You're just like, I don't know what the importance is, but I think there's importance.
There is importance.
Yeah, I'm like, but she has a name, so I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what the meaning behind that is, and I'm just like, what does this mark on her mean? I'm like, is she gonna just like turn into some weird cyclops where like powers start shooting out of it, like a laser beam?
Yeah,
like,
that's exactly it. You nailed it. Spoiler alert: she has a laser beam.
That would be such a crazy
she's just Cyclops. It's actually X-Men.
Yeah. That'd be such a crazy little power.
Oh, it would.
She got a bow and arrow in this picture.
She's a woman of many talents.
Yeah, she can handle all kinds of weapons. Oh, yeah, she's in her dress.
Well, they compare her a lot. I'm pretty sure this happens the first couple of books. They compare her a lot to Diana of the Hunt, don't they?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I think they like
that
really
happens.
lean heavily on that in the first couple books.
Yeah, that happens in the second one because like, Chaol, it's like after Chaol knows what's going on. I think he like recalls something where she gets like the bow, and he's like, her reaction makes so much more sense now. I'm just like, I wish she would have brought him in sooner.
She has trust issues. I mean, that is a theme throughout the entire series. She has trust issues.
Which like I get, and she's young.
She is.
So like,
she also like had a traumatic like thing happen to her.
I know, I get it, but I'm just like, you can trust him.
Yeah,
we love Chaol. Oh, I love Chaol.
She loves Chaol.
Team Chaol. But I just know
I like Chaol. Chaol's fine.
I just know that there's like there's gonna be somebody like she can't be with him. She's Fae.
Yeah.
Humans and Fae
doesn't usually work out. It's
a big power imbalance. And we'll talk about that in Akatar.
Yes.
When we get to that series.
I'm excited for you to read this book and for you to text me all the things.
I'm nervous. I'm actually nervous. I'm just like,
you shouldn't be.
What kind of mischief is going on in here? Oh wait, let me
read the synopsis?
Yeah, can I read the book jacket?
Yeah.
What is this? Celaena Sardothian has survived deadly contests and shattering heartbreak, but at an unspeakable cost. Now she must travel to a new land to confront her darkest truth, a truth about her heritage that could change her life and her future forever. Yeah, I mean, she's the queen. I mean, that's the one hard truth. Meanwhile, brutal and monstrous forces are gathering on the horizon, intent on enslaving her world. That's the king. To defeat them, Celaena must find the strength not only to fight her inner demons, her trust issues, but to battle the evil that is to be unleashed. Oh, he's going to open that fucking gate. Oh, yeah. The king's assassin takes on an even greater destiny and burns brighter. Because she has fire. Oh, she gonna...
Oh, you do know that, okay.
Yeah. She's going to be like the phoenix kind of thing. Like, get up there and she's just like glowing in fire.
Yeah.
Burns brighter than ever before in his follow-up to the New York best-selling Crown of Midnight.
Yeah.
That didn't really give a lot.
No.
Like, that's pretty vague.
That's really vague.
That's extremely vague.
That's a nice, like, little...
Like, what am I supposed to do with that?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Read
That's
it.
as vague as Elena. Like,
It's like
there's evil.
Bad things are happening and she's got to win.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, great.
That's literally what it says.
Like, you already know that she's in a different world and that those things...
Yeah. Like, I already know the king's
You already
playing.
know all of that, yeah.
I feel kind of cheated on that synopsis.
And they're still calling her Celaena there. I feel like it's probably like if you like picked up all these books, like you want to not spoil it for someone.
Oh, like if they were just
Like
reading the
want
dust jacket?
Yeah, like you wouldn't want it to be like
Aelin.
And
you're like,
who knows she's now the queen of Terrasen? Like, yeah, but that would like could you imagine like reading the synopsis and then like seeing that before you've read the first book?
That'd be awful.
Yeah.
I'd be like, wow, let her just spoil
Spoiler alert.
everything. Oh, man. Celaena balances between the living and the dead, humans and fairies, while her world creeps toward a dreadful war between the great and monstrous. It must be like a really big theme, monsters. I was afraid to put the book down. I think I'm going to be too. Readers will devour Maas's latest entry, a must purchase. Tension snowballs into devastating twist, and an absolutely riveting ending will leave readers ravenous for more. Oh my god. I'm like, my blood pressure's going up just reading that. I have no idea how you had to wait from book to book for this. Oh wait, you said that
The first four.
Okay.
I had to wait for Empire of Storms and I had to wait for Kingdom of Ash.
Okay.
The last two.
Oh man, this is just like a very complicated world. I just like can't even think about like Crescent City.
I know. I'm getting that first book for Christmas.
Oh, nice.
And I'm worried. Like, it's like a true fantasy.
Yeah.
It's like George R.R. Martin's, like...
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is Game of Thrones. It's hard to read.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. Okay.
But I gotta do what I gotta do.
I mean, if she's gonna start connecting everything.
I know. Did you send me or I sent you? She's got another series planned.
Like a fourth one?
Mm-hmm. And they're saying that might be where she brings everything together anyways. We don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Is her mind just like always going?
It has to be.
Like, I would get so confused. I'm trying to write that, but I know she's probably like, she's got it down, but
Oh, yeah.
still.
Probably knows things inside and out.
It's crazy. I wonder like what started it all. You know what I mean?
Like for her.
Yeah. Like what thought kind of came to her and she's like, I think I want to make this a series.
Yeah. I don't know. Because like a lot of times in the publishing world too, like you get a green light for a book. Like they're buying one book from you.
Yeah. And if it does well.
If it does well, you can turn it into a series. Which is
Yeah.
also probably why...
Oh, the first one's very...
Like you could... If that book just existed by itself, it'd be okay. It'd be like...
Yeah.
Things happened.
And you would just think the evil was that creature, the dog creature.
Yeah.
That's
so...
true. Well, I'm glad you got the green light.
Yes.
Good job, Sarah.
Good job, Sarah.
We commend you.
Yes. Hats off.
Cheers to Sarah.
Cheers to Sarah. I only have water now.
And Aelin.
And Aelin.
And Kale.
And Dorian. Team Dorian.
Everybody but the king.
Everybody but the king, whatever his name is.
And his stupid rings.
Oh, bye!
Bye.